Good morning, YouTube. If you're new here, my name is Olivia and I am a bikini competitor and a bikini and wellness posing coach and an online coach. And you are welcome to another episode of my bikini prep series. Episode 9, I think we're on. We've got John there in the background because he's been keeping me company this morning.
Oh.
So yeah, we are, 12 weeks out tomorrow. So it's getting a little stressful. I'm getting nervous. Let me break this week down to you. We're just going to dive straight into a prep update because a lot has happened this week. So first of all, got up this morning, checked in, so I'll pop the video somewhere in here. As you can see, I am looking a little leaner. I might actually pull up the photos in front of me first. Like you'll notice, my glutes are still keeping their shape. That midsection is becoming a lot tighter and we are definitely losing body fat from the upper area, so the delts, the lats, and we know our legs is always something that is going to need that extra push, so we know that. So a few updates this week. Weight was very up and down. We had a nice kilo drop off at the start of the week. However, then my wisdom tooth decided to give me a hard time. So you probably can't see it now because it has gone down a little bit with painkillers and I'm wearing makeup. But my wisdom tooth has been trying to break through. Well, a part of it is out and I think the other part is trying to break through. So I've been in a lot of pain all week pretty much. My gums are literally all swollen. I can't even touch it. I can't sleep. And obviously if I can't sleep, the inflammation in the body is always that bit higher, especially with physical inflammation in my mouth. This just causes stress to the body, which means my body will hold on to weight like it always does for me. So there's that. But yeah, I've gotten up, I've done an hour of cardio. We'll see if there's any more to be done today. I am waiting for my coach's feedback, so I will update you once I know what he says. Few little changes this week already from midweek, so we did up the dosage of clenbuterol this morning, so from 1 tab to 1.5, so 60 micrograms I think that is. So hopefully that will give my body that extra little push. And we have also implemented T3 alongside the T4 we've been taking. So that's kind of the update for now. Obviously we have to wait and see what my coach Mike says. I have a feeling he's going to drop food, increase cardio, and I am more than happy for him to do that. To be honest, I texted him myself this morning. I was like, listen, we're 12 weeks out. I'm very aware of the position I'm in and the time we have, and I am ready to dig deep. So, not everyone can be like my boyfriend John there in the background. Natural athlete, 2 weeks into prep, and his body is just drop. Meanwhile, there's me doing an hour of cardio, already being very low carb, and my body's like, nope, not a chance, Olivia. But yeah, there's that. So I'm also just sat here on my desk with my client check-ins. Pretty much done, just waiting for one more girl to check in, so we're gonna have to wait for her to get back to me before I can finish off. We might go for a walk in the meantime. It is currently 10 to 9 in the morning and I start teaching at 10:30 today, so I have 3 back-to-back posing clients. So it's gonna be a very busy day, but we are not training. I've pretty much trained through the week so I could take a nice chilled weekend because I'm just so busy with posing clients. And believe it or not, I'm in the process of organizing another posing workshop. So the girls asked for another one, so I have to deliver. So we'll be doing one here at home, well not in my house, but in the gym, but here at home more and more Galway. I'm getting a few girls together for like a PCA and PC stage workshop. So rather than having just beginners teaching them poses and stuff like that, the girls have asked for like a stage experience, a mock show day, and just do that a few times over and over, so they know how to present themselves on stage, how to feel comfortable posing in front of other people and things like that. I'm also in the process of making a little reel for Instagram with just some posing tips. So if I have it done by the time I'm editing this video, I will put it in so you can see. But obviously you can just head over to my Instagram, follow me there. I'll pop the name on the screen and you can check all of my posing work out there. 2 of my clients are actually 1 week out right now. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week with them, making sure they're ready. Obviously next weekend they're competing Sunday, so I will be on call Saturday, Sunday, 24/7 whenever they need me. But that's what it takes. I've got 2 new clients today as well, which is exciting. I always love welcoming new girls to the team. So yeah, busy day. but a chill day at the same time because we're not training, which is good. Got my food pretty much prepped for the day, so I don't have to worry about that either. But yeah, I'm not really sure where this vlog is going, if I'm being honest. But no, I'm not just filming for the sake of filming. I do have a little plan in my head. I'm just not sure how it's gonna run. For now, we're gonna keep it chill. I'll just take you along my day, see what we're doing. But I do at some stage, either today or tomorrow, want to sit down and have a little chat with you about something that is really, really important in both a bodybuilding prep and to any lifestyle client that I have in a fat loss phase, in a building phase, any phase. You know, this is not easy. Competing is not easy. Bodybuilding preps are not easy. So there is one thing that is so important and oftentimes very neglected, and that is taking care of your mind and your mindset. So that is something I want to sit down and have a chat to you about, just how to control your mindset in a prep, how to take care of your mental health whilst being in a bodybuilding prep, because it does take a hit. You know, you feel very isolated from the world a lot of the times. You're working really, really hard, you're tired. There's many times where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, why am I doing this? So that is definitely something I'm going to have a chat to you about. I've got a few notes on my phone already, so I keep it somewhat structured and I'm not just blabbing on for an hour straight. But that is a plan for later on or tomorrow, because we do have a busy evening today as well. We're heading over to John's family because his sister is down, so that'll be nice to see them. Haven't seen them in a while. But yeah, for now, I gotten ready a lot earlier than I expected. I still have an hour and a half till I start posing. So we might head out for some steps just to be a bit ahead, because my steps at the weekends now are at 15,000. So it'll be nice to get a head start, so I'm not stuck outside walking at like 10 p.m. So yeah, we're going to leave it here for now, and I'll pick up the camera later on again. I'll see if the girls let me film a bit of their posing. If they do, I'll show you. If not, I'll just hop on to chat after. We do need to get our groceries done as well. And I need to go buy an iPhone charger. I woke up this morning, my phone wasn't charging. I had a nightmare. But thankfully, I do have a little wireless charger. Obviously, it charges really slow, but it'll just have to do for now until I get another cable. But I'm going to leave you here, and I will pick up the camera later on and we'll chat then. Not sure what the sound is like. We're outside. We're going to get a coffee. Something we never have time on a Saturday, because I always start teaching like 9-10 a.m. Today I don't start till 10:30. So we have time to go get a coffee, get our steps in. Well, some of them I'm on 15k, so it might take more than just a walk down to Costa. But yeah, it's actually really nice. It's a bit cloudy and a bit windy, but it's still really warm. But the heat wave in Ireland has finally passed. I'm not waking up swollen and in sweats, so that's good. Yeah, I'll show you the views around here. I've never shown you where I live. So I live in a little estate. Well, not so little. It's actually quite a big estate. Just a little housing estate at the very edge of the town, right by the coast. But yeah, Costa is literally just a walk down the road, and it's perfect timing as well, because I told you before I can't have coffee for the first few hours after I wake up. I think it's 2 hours because of the thyroid hormones. But I've been up since 6 this morning to just make sure I get all my cardio done and everything. So it is perfect time for a coffee. How are you feeling this morning?
I feel great. Weight's dropping.
Weight's dropping. Yeah. Told you.
Yeah, check-in done. I'm hungry though.
I'm starving, but I think I'm gonna wait to eat till after my first posing lesson, which is gonna be 11. Yeah, I might have to wait it out because then I have 2 more clients. I'm off to the gym for in-persons after that one at home. And then we have to go grocery shopping after, get some food prep, so I'm not, yeah, so I might just hold out. So I might just hold out my first meal just to make sure I'm not really hungry later on. But yeah, let's go get a coffee first. Coffee was acquired. I'm nearly through it already. My usual iced Americano with a dash of coconut milk. And look, I got a cable. We're sorted, we're back in business. It's like, I think, a 2-meter cable, but the best thing, it's charging my phone, my vape, and I've also tried plugging the camera in with it as well, and it charges all 3 things at once. That is absolutely amazing. The amount of cables and plugs I have in my room trying to charge my phone, my vape, my camera, my laptop, everything. So this will make it a lot more tidy. But yeah, we made it in good time. It is 9:45, meaning I have about half an hour now. So I'm actually gonna get my first meal in. I am starving. I'm not doing a full day of eating today because honestly, the food hasn't changed. Unless my coach gets back to me with some changes, and I think he will. I'm honestly ready. To be honest, I even said it to John today, like 12 weeks out, I feel like I'm not hungry enough. Can you stop making noise in the background?
Sorry.
I feel like I'm not hungry enough. And I know I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm not tired. I'm not hungry enough at 12 weeks out. So, but this could also be, you probably saw some of my videos. I do take melanotan or MT2, an injectable. It's a tanning agent. Like, it pretty much makes you tan, and like, tan has been looking good. But one of the side effects is reduced hunger, so I am kind of pinning it down to this. I am hungry in the mornings, don't get me wrong, because obviously I get up, I do 45 minutes cardio, then I go to work and I don't eat till my break at 9 o'clock. So I am really hungry at that stage, but once the meal goes in, I feel fine. And now at the weekends, like I got up this morning, did my cardio and everything. I'm still not starving, but I do know that obviously having an hour of posing now, I will be hungry, and I just don't want to be rushing because I'll have about 15 minutes to eat and get my shit together and go to the gym. So I'd rather just eat now and then teach all 3 hours of posing, go do the groceries, and I'll be fine holding out that long. I can always get a coffee in between somewhere just to push it out, and obviously I won't be as hungry in the afternoon. So that's the plan of action. I'm going to get my meal in now and get ready for some posing. Actually, I'm teaching a girl called Olivia as well. She's Polish too. She'll be competing with me in 12 weeks time, so that's exciting. And I just found out she might be competing with me in 14 weeks time too, our second show, so that is cool. I actually have a lot of clients that are going to be competing with me this year, which is mad. I am a bit nervous, obviously not about competition. I do want the girls to do their best, and whoever is best on the day physique wise will win obviously, but I will make sure all of their posing is absolutely flawless, whether I'm up against them or not. But the thing I'm actually stressed about is obviously show day is stressful. Like, you're trying to get in the zone and everything, and I'm gonna have so much work backstage, do a little posing checks, but at the same time it's gonna be so nice to have them there with me. We're gonna have so much fun on the stage. Some girls in my category, some girls not, but obviously even the girls that are not in my category, we could meet in the overall potentially, so we'll see. But obviously that is a vlog for 12 weeks time. But yeah, we have a lot of exciting things planned over the next few weeks. Like, these 2 weeks are pretty chill. Then we've got another posing workshop, which obviously I will get on the vlog. And first weekend of August, we're actually going over to Manchester for the whole weekend. So we're flying out Thursday night, coming back Sunday night. So a nice 3 days out in Manchester with my coach and training at the gym over there, doing a bit of shopping. So I'll definitely get a few vlogs out of that for you. But I'm really, really excited for that. I'll be booking everything next weekend, I'd say. I just need to ask my coach what is the best place to stay at, because he lives out there. So yeah, enough rambling now. I need to go eat and get to work. Honestly, I do love it though. Like, I don't hate my job during the week, but you know, I just cannot wait for the day that I am a full-time posing coach and online coach. And I have already been talking to my own coach. After this prep, I want to put a lot more time and effort into educating myself around prep coaching. So I do need to find people I could reach out to for that, maybe like a mentor. I have a few people in mind, and I am willing to pay the price they're charging, but I do want to be a prep coach. Right now I am an online lifestyle coach. I do specify in like fat loss, building, you know, maintenance, mindset, all of that, and my girls have had great results, but I'm just not at that stage yet where I feel comfortable working with a prep client, because that is something I definitely want to do when I don't have to work a regular full-time job, because obviously there comes a time where you're checking in with people daily, and I cannot have people waiting hours for me to get out of work to get back to them. But to be honest, with the way posing coaching has been going, this could come sooner than I think. And obviously we're moving out at the end of the year, start of next year, which I told you about in the last vlog. And we are transforming one of the rooms into a posing studio, which will definitely speed things up a bit and make things a lot easier, because I am free to teach in the gym here, but I don't have the studio to myself exactly. If there's people there, I'm not allowed to kick them out, can't be blaring music. So having that own posing studio at home, even for when I'm just teaching online, is going to be a really, really big thing for the business. And obviously the posing seminars, I thought I'd only be doing one this prep. To be honest, I didn't even think I'd be doing one this year, but there has been demand. The girls loved it. The feedback was amazing. So I'm just rambling now, haven't I? And I think John is trying to stay quiet in the background, but he's trying to make breakfast. So I'm going to shut up now so he can make noise with plates. Okay, chat to you later. I am back home now. 3 hours of posing done, 2 hours in person, and I did manage to take a clip or two in the studio. So I'll pop that in here somewhere. Shoulders up. Go again. What were we doing earlier? Remember? Yes. Okay, so we're going to swing around to the left. Hands down. Slide. Step. Rotate. Hands on your easiest back. Then remember, head comes up and foot, start with the right leg, straight out. 1, keep your glutes up. 2, glutes up, center, and then same thing we're doing in the front row, shoulders out. We've gone to do our groceries after. We usually do it on a Friday, but yesterday was crazy busy and I knew I'd have a bit more time today since I'm not training, so we did them today. That was a mistake. Saturdays, shops equals busy. But I thought I'd do a little grocery haul for you because I actually haven't done one. So between the both of us, 4 large bags. So I will whip everything out and show you what we get. Because to be honest, in prep, your groceries are going to look pretty much the exact same every single day. And I've also gotten my update from my coach. I haven't listened to it yet, so we'll do that together after I unpack all of this. So yeah. So here we have about €100 worth of groceries. Keep in mind, this is for the both of us. And this will last us most of the week. We do usually go back for things like fresh veg or fruit. But we're going to start here with protein. So we've got chicken rashers smoked always. So we've got a few packets of these for the both of us. Then on rest days, I eat 1% turkey mince that I get from Lidl. Everything here is either from Lidl or Tesco. Then John does have salmon on a rest day, so that's his, and then obviously large eggs, that's our protein. The chicken we do get from a wholesaler in bigger batches. Then we have some fruit, so banana for post-workout for me, and berries throughout the day. Got a load of blueberries there, I always just stick to blueberries. Then we have a load of packets of sweet seedless mini peppers, and I usually just pop them under the grill in the oven with mushrooms. So that's my veg of choice for the week, usually with just lettuce and gherkins. And I've also got these mini cucumbers that I love. I don't even weigh it out, I just have one of them, usually peeled because the skin hurts my stomach. Then for carbs, I don't really have a lot of carbs anymore, so most of my carbs are either oats or cream of rice, which obviously we can't get in a shop. Then John has potatoes, I don't. Bagel thins, also for John, not for me, I have no bread. Then for fats, I do dark chocolate, 85%, or peanut butter, which you probably know by now, I have an obsession with peanut butter, but that's pretty much all my fats, apart from 1 yolk a day. Then some other random bits. My favorite coconut fry light. Pineapple, because I do have it with one meal. Then I found these. One of my clients actually sent me a picture of these saying they're in Lidl. They're just like low calorie sauces. So we've got sweet chili and a smoky barbecue. So I'll give these a go and we'll see what they're like. And then my favorite seasonings are the peri peri and the barbecue knockoff Nando's. I used to get the Nando's, but they're just too expensive and we go through them way too quick. Finally, last little bits, I got milk for my coffee. I do use a splash of milk in my coffees that I don't track. I normally get the almond vanilla unsweetened, but I found this. I'm going to give a new one a try. It's light oat milk from Oatly. I love the barista Oatly, but obviously do not have the calories to this. 37 calories per 100 mils, and I literally use a drop. So I'll give this a go. And this is my coffee of choice lately, the Veranda Blend Americano from Starbucks, my Dolce Gusto. My favorite is the blonde roast, but they don't do it in capsules for an Americano, only espressos. Pretty much all we buy during the week. Obviously things like cream of rice, whey, and yeah, things like that we obviously don't get in a normal shop. And then I still have some things stocked up, like I have a load of peanut butters, as I always do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, chicken is also bought at a different place, cooked in batch, bought in batch. So now I need to put this away, find some space in the fridge, and I need to eat my next meal as well. I'll probably just sit down, eat my next meal, and then we'll go through my check-in response because I'm very curious. I did message my coach saying I'm ready to dig deep. So let's see if we are going to be digging deep. All right, I got my meal in. I had to get it in. I was starving. Got my coffee, or what's left of it, and I'm about to listen to the boss man. So let's see what coach has to say. If anybody doesn't know, that's Mike.
Awake anyway, bit of a
my coach.
long evening of flying, but look, needs must. Good to get away anyway. To like literally just manage as best as we can at the moment. That's literally just all we can do around it, and hopefully it does begin to settle like that. Like again, like as it is, like I've never had it, so I can't really comment. But again, literally that's normally what tends to happen. What we're going to do here now really is we're just going to continue to get the ball rolling here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up cardio a touch up here to 65. And what we'll do with cardio now as well is, I think you had something with the intensity of it. E3 in, we're going to bump that to a full tablet here in the coming days. More than likely coming through midweek, we'll probably do it from Tuesday onwards just to let that settle through at the minute. The Clem, we've made that move, so that's absolutely perfect. I'll unhighlight that. So what we're do is we're going to bump the food up a touch on training day, more from carbohydrates and manipulating fats a little bit down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put oats in as our first meal. We're going to have, I just want to experiment with this first just for this week. So basically what we're doing is we're having extra carbs on training day, where we're running our rest days a little bit.
Experiment, he says. He's probably going to run it for a week and then drop me down to no carbs for breakfast again next week. Watch him do that.
Shit is the only way to put it. So
okay, I had a look at my sheets already, so I'm just going to break it down to you without having to listen to Mike. Basically what he did is he upped my carbs a little bit on training days, putting carbs in for breakfast. So instead of egg whites and turkey rashers, we've got oats. And then he just dropped the fats a touch. Whereas on rest days, we are actually down to under 1200 calories and very low carb. So my only carb meals on a rest day now would be 4 corn cakes in one meal and just 40 grams of oats in the other. The rest are just protein fats. Say with the training day now, obviously we have that extra carb meal, which is nice. I don't mind that.
Oats here to 40 gram, potatoes out here. So this is pretty much the rest days going close on the low carb aspect here. Again, I'm going to put this to 4 actually is what I was meant to do before. 600 plus calories from where we would have been, plus with the output, plus with the clenbuterol. Because like the way we're tracking via here, we're in a position now as well last prep this week. 70s, we're in the 68s, we're in a 67 now, so we need to see that, like ideally we need to be seeing around a kg on average each week here to really start to be kind of making this headway now for the first show. So ideally, like now when we're seeing here, we've seen a 68.3. Ideally now we're seeing, what was it a 67.9, seeing this drive now, ideally tipping in towards the 66 by the end of the week, so this can really drive that average down. So this is going to be a big one for us now. So
alright, so we kind of get the idea there. The only issue I do kind of have with him is the way he's running cardio. I don't know if I can just, tune out and just do high intensity non-stop. But obviously that is something that is not to be negotiated. We're just going to have to do it. Saturday he is asking for an update on Tuesday rather than Wednesday. So he does want to keep a close eye on everything. Especially now that we have increased the assistance. I probably will increase it a little bit more soon enough from half a tab of T3 to a full tab. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. I'm really happy with the training day, to be honest. I was actually kind of missing my oats during the week. So now having 50 grams in my breakfast is not bad, because to be honest, that breakfast meal, I do enjoy it, like my little omelette and my turkey rashers, but it just makes me more hungry than before having it. And I know a nice bowl of oats will fill me up until the next meal goes in. And obviously on a training day, having those carbs during the day will fuel my training performance as well. So cardio up by 5 minutes. So I have 5 minutes of cardio left to do today, but I might just do that before bed. And yeah, today, the busy part of today is pretty much over. Obviously all my back-to-back clients and all my client check-ins and everything is done. So now we're just gonna chill out. We're gonna go visit John's parents and his sister. And that'll be it for the day. I'll hop on for my last bit of cardio. Might get another walk in. But that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow, Sunday, for a little chit chat about your mindset during a bodybuilding prep or any other phase you are in, whether it be a fat loss phase, a muscle building phase. Trust me, a bulking phase can be harder than a fat loss phase for a lot of people mentally. So I'm definitely going to touch on that tomorrow as well. And then for next week, I've already been planning next week's video because, you know, I like to be ahead of the game. I'm planning on doing a little Q&A. I might do a Q&A with me and my boyfriend, who's also on prep. You know that by now. So I'll pop a little Instagram box Q&A thing. So head over to Instagram, follow me there, ask me questions. It'll be up probably a few times this week just to make sure everyone gets their questions in. And yeah, also I just received a video from one of my posing clients who was picking up her bikini and she was bawling crying when she saw it, and I literally cried as well. Like, this is how close I am with my posing clients, especially one of them. Obviously, I do not have favorites as a posing coach, but one girl has literally become such a good friend along the journey, and I know we're gonna go way past just posing coaching, especially she's nearly finished prep. She won't be prepping for another while, but I'm definitely gonna make an effort to keep in touch with her. But yeah, that is it for today, and I shall see you tomorrow at some stage, probably after all my posing clients, all my meal prep is done. So yeah, see you tomorrow, lovelies. Hello, welcome back to day number 2 of the vlog, Sunday. If I'm being honest, I've kind of been dreading sitting down here and just talking for like half an hour because I'm wrecked. It's been a very busy Sunday with posing clients as well as yesterday, and I'm very tired. We got out for a walk as well, got like nearly 10,000 steps. So I am a little tired, but it is time for me to sit down and talk to you. So obviously I mentioned in the start of the video that I want to touch base on mindset, mental health and all of that in a bodybuilding prep or in any stage of your life surrounded by fitness. Now, I do want to keep this fitness focused because I am not a psychologist, obviously, but there is ways that I've learned how to cope with my mental health and how I've been managing to somewhat control my mindset in this very difficult phase of my life, because a bodybuilding prep is not easy. So I've got my notes on my phone, and this actually brings me to point number 1, which is accepting the fact that this is going to be hard. You know, they say it's cringy. Everybody says it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And that is true. A bodybuilding prep is not easy, and it is not supposed to be easy. So the main thing here is accepting this. Accepting the fact that there are going to be days where you don't want to do this, where you don't want to get up in the morning and do your cardio, where you don't want to be eating fuck all food, you don't want to be training, you just want to sit and do nothing or go out for a burger. So you just have to accept that you signed up for this, okay? This was your decision. This was your decision to sign up for this, knowing how difficult this is going to be, knowing you're going to be hungry, knowing you're going to be tired, knowing you're going to have to push yourself past your limits. So that is number 1, accepting the fact that it's going to be difficult. And accepting the fact that it's going to be difficult, it kind of brings me into point number 2, which I like to call tunnel vision. So, eyes on the prize, tunnel vision. When I am in prep, nothing else matters. My eyes are on the goal. Hunger doesn't exist. Tiredness has to be ignored. Cravings, no such thing as cravings in prep. The only craving I have is to win and to do really well in my shows. So that's that. Eyes on the goal. The goal you're working your ass off toward. Not the hunger, not the fatigue, but the sweet, sweet reward of stepping on stage after months, weeks of doing things you never thought were possible, of doing things you didn't think you were capable of, just to step out on that stage. Trust me, it is a feeling that cannot be compared to anything else. I mean, maybe some people compare it to like, you know, giving birth to your first child, but I can't say that. I don't have children and I'm not planning on it ever. So no, honestly, I will never forget. I stepped off stage for the first time in 2021. My mom was there waiting for me. I came off stage bawling, crying. I looked at my mom and I was like, every tear was worth it. Like nothing compares. That moment when you step out on that stage, you hear the music, you feel the spotlight, you hear the crowd, you see the judges, and you're like, wow, I spent weeks and months of literally driving myself into the ground for this moment. And as stupid as it can sound to people that don't understand this, I cannot compare this moment to anything else. So trust me, it is so worth it. Another way I like to kind of deal with prep being difficult is making time for myself. So essentially being selfish. They say bodybuilders are selfish, and to be honest, when you're working towards something so big, it is okay to be a little selfish. You know, you're not doing this all year round. It is okay to be a little selfish. Focus on the things you need to get done during your prep. You know, you have to get up in the morning, you have to do your cardio, you have to cook all your food, you have to go train, you have to do whatever, and your day is pretty much over. So there isn't a lot of time to be doing fun stuff. But at the same time, don't isolate yourself from the world. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. It just might be a different version of activities that you used to do together, but that is where you need to sit down and you need to explain to the people around you what you're doing, why you're doing it. Tell them it won't last forever. There is going to be a time and place for both of you or all of you to be going out for food and drinks, but now for those 20 weeks or so, if they want to see you, which trust me, they still will, they'll be completely fine with just going for a coffee, going for a walk, watching a movie at home, you know, all these kind of things. So you just have to sit down and explain it to them. Like 1 year, in my first prep actually, my granny came over from Poland, and you know Polish grannies, like, table is always full of food. I literally sat her down, I was like, Granny, listen, I'm in a bodybuilding prep, I know you don't know what this means, but you're gonna have to accept the fact that I will not be able to eat your food. I absolutely love everything you cook, and I'll be very happy if you make me some pierogi and leave them in the freezer so I can have them after my show. But for the next while, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to keep getting skinnier, so I don't want you to worry. And I will not be able to eat the food you make, but I still want to spend time with you. And we did. I took her out on drives. We went to see different places in Ireland, went on tons of walks. Sometimes we just sat in front of the TV with a coffee, just chatting away. So, like, I've seen so many people go out and prep. They still go clubbing, they have their Diet Coke or whatever, and they still have the best time ever. The only issue I'd have there is the sleep. You want to keep an eye on your sleep in a prep. And the last kind of point I have about mindset before we kind of move on to the mental health side of things is respect your goals. With goals this big, like stepping on stage, or if you're out there trying to get a pro card, your goals are big and you need to respect them. That's what my coach said to me this year, and it really stuck with me. You know, respect your goals because they're so big. If you don't respect them, you won't follow along, you won't stick to your protocols, etc, etc, etc. But also, even though I do love the process, I love being in a prep, I thrive when I'm in prep, I do find it difficult. Do I like getting up at 4:30 in the morning to do cardio? No, I do not. But convincing yourself that it's not as bad as it sounds. Sometimes you'll hear me if you're in my house. You'll hear me. I'm there in my cardio gear, ready to get on the bike, really dreading it. And I'm like, Olivia, this is easy. 60 minutes? Easy. Say it out loud and you're going to believe it. If you're going to tell yourself, oh, this is horrible, I'm dreading this, I don't want to do it, it will be difficult. But if you try and convince yourself, this is easy, it will not be as bad as you think. I mean, it might not still be very enjoyable. Who likes to do cardio for 60 minutes plus? But it really won't be that bad. And find distractions during cardio. You know, maybe don't go reading books because obviously then your intensity might drop a little bit. But like, watch a good movie, find your favorite series, listen to music if that's what you like to do during cardio. Like, I know I get on the bike every morning. I make myself a little to-do list for the day. I watch some Netflix. I reply to comments or Instagram messages, blah, blah, blah. And the time just fly by. And then when I'm out of stuff to do, music on, zoned out, and pedal, you know? So that kind of thing. Same thing goes with training. There is going to be days where you really don't want to go to the gym. You literally have to convince yourself, like, yeah, I do want to go to the gym. I'm going to have a good session. You have to believe it. Make yourself believe it. And trust me, you feel so much better afterwards. You feel so accomplished and you're like, yeah, I'm so happy I did this. Then before my camera dies, because I'm on 1 bar, I didn't expect that, we're going to talk a little bit about mental health. Taking care of mental health in a prep is so, so important, because trust me, times get dark. When you're alone and people don't understand what you do, or they say they do, but you know deep down they do not. They're like, yeah, I get it, but they don't. You know, they still ask you to go out even though you said you probably won't be. They still ask you if you want the food they're making even though you told them you won't be having it. They ask you to do a load of things knowing you have to go to the gym, you have to do your cardio, you have to do your meal prep. So taking care of your mental health when you feel so alone at times is very important, and there's so many ways to do it. Obviously, I have to say I am very lucky to be living with my boyfriend, who is also deep in a prep right now. Well, not deep, he's starting his prep, but he's also in prep, so he does understand what I'm going through. He's also lived with me throughout my last prep, so he knows exactly the journey that we're about to undergo together. But that doesn't mean sometimes I want to be left alone. Sometimes I just like to be left alone with my thoughts, but rather than bottling them up is actually get them out. Journaling. I have a little app on my phone called, I think it's like Gratitude or something. I was never into that, but I do like the app. It asks you like 3 questions in the morning and 3 questions at night. It takes me 2 minutes. I do it during cardio, and it does help me kind of be in tune with how I'm feeling and actually get it out there instead of bottling it up, because I am guilty of bottling my feelings up a lot. So it's usually like, what are you grateful for today? What would make today great? And it's usually like a bomb leg session, please. No stomach issues, you know? And then at the end of the day, it asks you like, what went well today? What could have gone better? How are you feeling? And there's also the quote of the day there as well. So I do like that app. So that's a way of journaling for me. I'm not one to be writing journals. I never stick to that. But if that's something you enjoy, it's definitely something to keep up in a prep. Another thing that is really, really good is like going for a walk, listening to podcasts maybe about the bodybuilding world, about maybe other people's journeys. Same as watching YouTube videos. I love watching prep videos of other people. But yeah, going on walks is a big thing. You know, just put your headphones in, go for a walk, be in nature, get some daylight, not just steps on a treadmill, and just be alone with your thoughts. It does help. Now, some people, I know they actually like to talk to someone, and that's what you should do too. If that works for you, go and talk. Whether it's a family member or an actual specialist, go and talk your feelings, because you could love prep and still have hard days, still have dark days where you feel alone, where you don't know if you're going to make it in time, where you feel you're not good enough. We all get those days. Even pros have those days. And this kind of ties in with another thing, is trying to think positively. Like I said before about respecting your goals and convincing yourself something is easy, it's the same thing. Think positively. If you're going to assume the worst is going to happen. So limit stress, most importantly. Thinking positively, limiting stress takes all the physical stress off your body, and trust me, the progress will come quicker, because if you're stressed mentally, your body is stressed, which then impairs your sleep, your digestion, water retention, causing your weight to go up, which causes you to stress even more. So keeping those stress levels at bay, definitely. And there is things to help that in form of supplements if any of the other things I mentioned don't work. Things like ashwagandha to just calm down your nervous system after training. Melatonin to help you get a deeper sleep. There's loads of way around it. I'm sure if you have a good coach, he'll also tell you exactly how to go about that. And lastly, about thinking positively as well and just taking care of your mental health, is take your time. Accept the fact that it might be slower for you than it is for somebody else. Like for me, my body is so stubborn. You know, I told you I'm on 60 plus minutes of cardio. Carbs have severely dropped on rest days. We are on fat burners and the body weight is just still not moving. So you just have to accept that sometimes and just keep going. Just because the results don't come within a week or 2 or a month doesn't mean you should stop and not do it anymore. It means just push through and the results will eventually follow. Another thing, don't compare yourself to others. What I like to do is I don't follow any of the competitors that I'm up against, maybe apart from my posing clients. I don't know, apart from my posing clients, I don't know who's going to be on stage with me this year, and I do not care. Because for me, show day is about bringing the best package that I can bring, not a package that is better than somebody else's or worse than somebody else. You know, my best could be someone's 10%. But my best is my best, and I deserve my time up there to be proud of what I brought and to showcase it, and whatever happens, happens. You know, don't go ahead thinking, I need to win. What if she looks better than me? What if she looks better than me? No, just focus on yourself. Go up there, show them what you've worked your ass off for, and just whatever will be, as they say. And I think just to finish it off, I just want to tell you that obviously you are not alone. If you are struggling in a bodybuilding prep or in a building phase, or if you're new to the fitness industry and you're struggling, you are not alone. My DMs on Instagram, pop the name somewhere there, are always open. Feel free to reach out to me. There is loads of resources out there. Me, any professionals, family members, you just have to be open with people. They will understand and they will support you. And if they don't, that means they shouldn't be in your life. Or maybe they're people you should be spending time with outside of prep. But the true people that do support you are going to be there, whether you're in a prep, off a prep, in season, off season. So there's that. And I think lastly, to finish this off, this little chit chat, I'm just going to say one thing to you. You are going to be hungry. You are going to be tired, but nobody cares because the reward is so much sweeter. As they say, my favorite YouTuber from my first prep, Georgie Cooper, or Georgie Fit on Instagram, nobody cares, work harder. And I strive by that. I stand by that. Nobody cares, work harder. Remember, nobody cares. The judges do not care what you did to get on stage. They don't care that you were doing 2 hours of cardio, you were barely eating, you were exhausted every single day. They don't care about that. They just care about what you look like on the day. So obviously people have to go to different lengths to achieve the physique that the judges require. Some people have to work harder than others, but that doesn't mean anybody else's prep is easier. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I say the video is long enough now. I hope you have a lovely morning, day, evening, night, weekend, weekday, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found this part of it somewhat informative. And I will see you next week at 8 AM on Saturday, as always, for either a Q&A, I shall see, or maybe just another vlog, or maybe a full day of eating, because the food has changed a lot. So I might bring you along a full day of eating as well next week. And my first set of clients for this year are competing next weekend. I had a posing session with one of them this morning and we literally bawled our eyes out. She showed me her bikini as well and we literally cried. So I'm really, really proud of her and how far she's come. So I cannot wait to see her rock on stage. I am sorry I can't be there. I was hoping to go out for the show, but I just couldn't get the time off with the amount of days I took off for my own shows. But I will see her the week after her show, which is the week before her show, her second show in person. So I cannot wait for that as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave you here. As I said, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you stay tuned for the next one. Please don't forget to drop it a like, hit the subscribe button, and go follow me on Instagram for daily updates and all my posing updates. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!